I'm bored. Let's watch Valiant Renegade. All right, Valiant Renegade. This is a channel I wasn't super familiar with, but I've subscribed to them now so I can keep up with what they're doing. I went to their channel after someone suggested for me to check out this video specifically, and I was like, okay, what does their channel look like? Looking over here, it's exactly what you expect it to be. It's almost 100K subs, and it is just outrage, slop content. I clicked on a few of the videos, and yeah, it really is just what everything you would expect it to be. And I do know, as I was looking around, this person has ties to all of the usual suspects. So this isn't like a one-off random channel. It's just one in the ecosystem of boring white guy outrage content farming, slop creating, asshole channels. Now, this video title is Disney Did What to Gen Z Men? Variety Gets Weird. I want to point out, I've already debunked this. This article is kind of a hit piece from, towards Disney. And so a lot of it is misunderstood garbage. There's a lot of nonsense in it. Anyway, I want to watch their video to see what their take is on it because someone told me I should watch it. So I'm like, I'll give it a shot. But the intro was obnoxiously long. It was like over 30 seconds of like heavy metal music or whatever. I hate really long intros on short content, short videos. You can do all that long stuff on live streams. It's kind of expected for most content creators. But when I'm going to watch your video and the video is like barely like the intro is to make up time because you want that 8-minute mark to get extra ads. We get it, sis. You want extra ads. You want to get that extra coin, the dollar bills. I get it, right? But this is annoying to watch, like sit through a 30-second like loud rock and roll music. I'd rather you just talk a lot at the beginning like I do than give me this loud music. It's just annoying. Anyway, let's see what he has to say about this article. Shout out to the person that suggested it to me. They said they didn't want me to drop their name. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Or this is the same Disney, says the article, whose multi-billion-dollar content engines, Marvel and Lucasfilm, have sated men of all ages over almost 2 decades since the company acquired them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment I slammed the lid shut on my laptop, burst out laughing in the middle of my office yesterday, and said, that's enough.
All right, so, I mean, are we just ignoring the fact that because of Disney, the MCU is the most successful franchise of all time, so far away from the next closest thing that no one will ever catch up to it? Even if Disney were to make nothing but mid-range movies for the rest of their existence, no other franchise will ever catch up to them financially. So I'm not sure what the joke is. Like, you don't reach that level of success without men being a part of the formula. We got to be in there somewhere, right? You can't do it with only women. So to act like they haven't done that is just intellectually dishonest. But based on what I saw from this guy's channel, that's what they do. Intellectual dishonesty. Not only that, but the Star Wars franchise, without the streaming stuff, because those numbers are not really, we don't know financially where all of those are. But the movie franchise, the big one, the Kathleen Kennedy stuff that came out, over $4 billion worth of sales on that. So to act as if those things didn't make money because your audience has the memory of a goldfish is crazy. It's literally crazy, my dude.
I will read the rest of this. So we are now getting into the point of this article that I've not laid an eye on.
Awesome.
This will be cold. For those of you wondering, just to be, and I had to, I'm not kidding, and I pulled it up because I had to do this. After laughing, I had to stop and actually.
He's really selling this. Whatever it is he's building up to, he's really, really selling it. So I hope that the edging here is worth the release, because I am going to be so annoyed and frustrated if this ends up being absolutely nothing.
Question my thinking for a moment. Okay. Did I read this right? Have I forgotten the definition of the word sated? I
mean, either that or you're trying to sell a narrative. And so this is you doing that right now for us. So I'm assuming it's that, but let's continue. I'm going to let you get through the bit here. I'm going to let you get through the bit.
As in satiate, along that line, right?
Satisfy.
Say yes, not just. This is the same Disney whose multi-billion-dollar content engines, Marvel and Lucasfilm, have sated men of all ages over almost 2 decades. This is what I did.
First of all, that's about the fruitiest framing that you.
Oh, homophobia. Yes, we are 2 minutes into the video and the homophobia has already started. Fruity. Yeah, just say the other slur. You might as well get it out. Go ahead and say the other one. So we know that you stand on business, right?
You could possibly put on that.
I Googled sated. I'm like, I must.
You not only do you not know what sated means apparently, but this isn't Google, it's DuckDuckGo. It's not even the search engine. Like, you're just using Google, applying it to anything. He's over here arguing what the word sated means, the definition of the word sated, but he's totally okay with calling a search engine something completely different. That's the bit.
Have lost my mind. I actually Googled the word.
Right.
And according to AI, Google AI, sated means having one's...
Is this Google AI? Or is this DuckDuckGo's AI? I'll be honest, I don't know if he's got the plugin that gives Google AI or whatever, but no, it says Duck AI. It's not Google AI. It's DuckDuckGo's AI. Fuck. This is Boomer Brain.
Appetite or desire completely satisfied.
Right.
Often to the point of being able to take in more.
Being unable to take in more. If you're going to sell us on this, if you're going to give it to us and you're not going to give it all the way, then put it back in your pants, man. Like, straight up. If you're not going to give us the full experience and you're going to get shit wrong, then save it for someone else. Sell it to someone else. We don't want it over here. We don't want this shit. It's all in or none at all. You're not using Google. You're not using Google AI. You're not even reading the definition correctly.
I don't know if Variety is using this word in the proper manner.
They are.
Merriam-Webster, sate is a verb that means to fill to repletion or to satisfy fully.
Yeah, I mean, the most successful franchise of all time, a multi times over $1 billion franchise, would suggest to someone who doesn't suffer from anti-diversity brain rot, would look at that and go, yeah, this is why they were up here, and now there's a problem, and the studio has to deal with this problem because they were at the height for a while. That's, if you don't suffer from anti-diversity, woke derangement syndrome brain rot, you would understand that's what they're talking about. But we're still selling the bit. You are committed to this.
Sated from dictionary.com.
Committed to the
fully
bit.
Satisfied.
Yeah.
Cambridge Dictionary. Sated means having had more of something than you can easily have at one time,
right,
such as drink or food.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a double meaning with the MCU, right? They're talking about too much MCU stuff, right? Too much, which your community says a lot. That they made too many things too fast and gave people too much to take in. So initially they were extremely satisfied with what they were getting. Now you're giving them more than what they can take in. You read the first definition incorrectly, and now you're spiraling down the rabbit hole.
Food thing was me today. Fully satisfied or glutted, says the free dictionary.
Yes.
According to Variety, Marvel and Lucasfilm have sated men of all ages, for nearly 2 decades.
Right. Now, if I take a break from this and I go and look at a poll or multiple polls that show the demographic of age groups that were interested in Marvel, am I going to see a spectrum of ages, which would be all ages? Let me go and look. All right, so we are using Google, and this is Google AI. We're going to keep it a buck with you and go with what you are using, right? What is the age Marvel engagement by generation? Millennials, 81 to 96, the largest group in the MCU's audience. Millennials have demonstrated the highest engagement with superhero fandom overall. Generation Z, born 1997 to 2012. Engagement from younger male audience fans appear to be declining, which is what the whole article really was framed around, was that this specific age group, 97 to 2012, has struggled a bit with Marvel. Older generations, Gen X and baby boomers, the audience over 35 is a significant and growing portion of Marvel's viewers, likely due to fans aging with the franchise. So this specific generation right here is the one they're having issues with. So until this was like the beginning of the big Marvel boom, okay? When this age group, they were already locked in, would have represented all ages because that was the age groups you were looking at. And the article you're looking at is talking about the Gen Z situation, which is why they're leading in with this. You can't be this stupid, which tells me that you're definitely framing a narrative because you really can't be this stupid.
I want to know what multiverse. I want to know what multiverse that this happened in, because it wasn't Earth, this Earth.
Oh, so,
okay.
Maybe you are that stupid. Maybe you are.
Over almost 2 decades, right? I mean, Marvel.
One thing we have to realize is that Disney did not acquire Marvel until 2009. So in the article here, when they're saying almost 2 decades, we are short around 4 years of the Marvel or the Disney acquisition of Marvel. So we're talking about up until recently, which would have been the last year, maybe 2 years, where we started to see a little bit of shift in the interest in Marvel content. So no lies detected. No lies detected. Since Disney acquired Marvel in the film division, they have been the powerhouses, the pinnacles of all of this. Matter of fact, most of you guys wouldn't even have careers if it weren't for that, to be quite honest.
Would maybe almost, you could call that almost 2 decades worth with they bought Marvel in 08.
No, 09. 09.
So we're about 16 to 17 years into that run, whatever it was. Okay.
Yes. Thor and Captain America were the first official Disney. Wait, no. Iron Man 2 was the first Disney official one.
Everything else was already in motion.
In Star Wars 2012. So they had about 7 years of, I wouldn't say they owned the box office because
You wouldn't say they owned the box office. Let me check on that for you. We're going to use Google AI again because that's what you guys were using. So we're going to keep going with what you guys had. So let's check on that. What are the top 5 franchises in film since 2009? Number 1, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 3, Star Wars. So 2 of the top 3 since 2009 are both Marvel and Star Wars. So I'm not sure exactly what point you're trying to make here, unless it is just being disingenuous fuckheads. It's really, it's like struggling. It's struggling to sell this to their viewers. How many people, I'm curious how many people watch this video. How many people watch this? Already, it's been 17 hours since this went up. 4,154 people have watched this video, and 434 people thumbs up the video full of inaccurate information. It's crazy, fam. Crazy.
5 movies and 2 of them at least were complete bombs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is why these guys are just fucking stupid. What you look at to determine the success of a franchise is their overall performance from the time that Disney acquired them until now. That is how you do it. Still, even with these quote unquote bombs they've had, they're still number 1. They are the number 1 most profitable film franchise in the world since 2009.
This is not satisfaction, and the idea here that they are sating their audience, which
what more could they do? They're number 1. There's no point higher than that. There's no point higher. Just for shits and giggles, let's look up the total value of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's take a look at box office numbers and sales, right? In sales. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this comes from Business Insider, over 30 billion. Star Wars, also from Business Insider, over 10.4 billion. Spider-Man, 10 billion. Look at this. 30, 10, 10. All of these are connected. These two are Disney, and this one is connected to Disney. Again, I don't know what these guys are smoking. What is your metric? What is your metric? It has to be sales, because you guys said box office bombs. So it has to be, you're looking at numbers. So I don't really understand how you can look at the raw numbers and be like, yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Considering the thing that's been missing in most of these films, that's definitely not the right word in any sense.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I think they used it. And this is why this is part of the reason I laugh so hard at this. This is Variety's cope, right? They get a handle on this story. And again, the story is, to go back up here, this is why they wrote the article.
Right.
Is that multiple sources tell Variety that Disney studio leadership has been pressing Hollywood creatives, meaning, I'm assuming people that aren't at Disney. They're out there talking to directors and filmmakers and screenwriters, pressing them.
I mean, that's literally what it says in the article. I don't know why you're breaking it down this way. That's literally what it says in the article. But go ahead.
To feed Disney stuff they can use, right? That's the crux of the story. Disney is desperately shopping for content to engage men.
No, it says in the article, if you scroll all the way down, that even though the title is framed that way, that trying to get new content isn't specifically the most urgent thing just for men, Gen Z men. It's for all people. It's for everybody. So they frame the article in a hit piece kind of way. We've talked about this. I've already talked about this. But that's not what the article actually said. The article says that they are looking for new IPs in general, and then one of the sources they have mentioned Gen Z men, but then says that it was no more urgent than any other quadrant. And the quadrants are the age and gender demographics for films. So the article was dishonestly framed from the jump.
Variety wants to go to bat with this, but they have to know what this means, is that this is an admission of total failure on the part of Disney when it comes to the $10 billion of capital they sunk into Marvel and Star Wars.
They've already tripled the billions of dollars they put into Marvel, and they've surpassed Star Wars specifically because of the films and the stuff on Disney Plus. These guys are fucking liars. This is what they do. All of these leeches on each other, all of these people involved in this outrage orgy shit, this outrage orgy party they're all a part of, they just go around giving each other hand jobs. Yeah, you're the best ever. Say it again. MCU. Oh yeah, say it again. This is what they do. This is what their business model is. And all of these people that subscribe to them and watch this know that it's fake. These guys know that it's fake, but that doesn't matter. In their little fantasy party they're having, in their minds, everything is get woke, go broke, even when reality points in the other direction. Even when reality says otherwise, it doesn't matter to them. They just want mommy to tell them the thing that makes them feel good about themselves. Please, mommy, will you tell me get woke, go broke again? Will you say MCU again, mommy? That's what these guys do.
Nearly $10 billion just to acquire them. That doesn't include, in the case of Star Wars, another $2 to $3 billion to build out a couple of theme parks and a hotel that went bankrupt in less.
So do you think the theme parks didn't make any money back? I'm not even going to look that up because I know they're lying.
Than a year. That doesn't include those billions of dollars. It doesn't include the billions more that they spent on Star Wars to make Disney Plus shows.
So do you not understand the difference? I mean, you do. You do understand the difference in buying a brand and then reinvesting into that brand to do other things with it, like merchandise and other ancillary incomes. You do understand the difference in that, but your audience is just listening to you repeat dumb shit again. Just repeating dumb shit.
Barring season 1 and 2 of Mando, that were all massive failures in Disney Plus.
Massive failures.
It's still not making any profit.
And you know this how? How do you know this? Last time I checked, Disney they weren't out revealing money that they made from streaming shows. They weren't revealing that stuff. It's not public knowledge. Matter of fact, I think that there's only like one show that they even gave accurate numbers for out of all of their streaming shows. So everything else is speculation and conspiracy theory stuff. These guys don't know anything about that.
So how do you write this article in such a way? Well, you tell them not that Marvel and Star Wars failed, Jonas. You tell the audience that no, Marvel and Star Wars, they did great.
They did.
Everybody loved it. Everybody is now sated. They have now...
Well, I mean, everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. No, you don't get to the level they got in money without making the majority of people happy. They're not focused on the amount of people that aren't coming in to see their stuff, because that would be dumb as a business person. It would be dumb to go, I'm going to ignore all the stuff that people like, the stuff that people are coming out and spending money on. It would be really dumb to then go, I'm going to throw all that away because this tiny minority of people over here, these idiot anti-woke activist channels, don't like our stuff. So we're going to ignore all of that and we're just going to do exactly what these guys want. That would be really bad business.
Been overstuffed and fully satisfied.
Right.
It's time to move on and find the next thing.
Yeah.
What a load of bullshit.
Is it?
I was
incredible.
Like, just beside myself.
So you think Disney is happy with this article? Matter of fact, Disney refused to comment. We talked about this already. Disney refused to comment on this, and none of these sources have been confirmed. This is not a good article for Disney. It doesn't frame them well. You're focused on this first little line, and you're ignoring the rest of the article. You're ignoring all of the other stuff they've said. Interesting. Okay, let's continue.
This is the biggest lie, or the shaping of
Calling this a lie? My dude, you and your broski here just fed us a bunch of cow manure. A grade A bullshit. And you're like, no, the article's lying. Okay, bro.
in my opinion, the shaping of a lie in this article that there is. Now, of course, I didn't get past this point because this was so bad I'd had enough. The stuff I do for you.
You want to sate the audience right now.
Oh, God.
So this video clip, it was 7 minutes out of 8 minutes. You're not even going to get into the article. That's so disingenuous. So disingenuous. You should have uploaded this whole segment. This whole segment should have been uploaded. This clip is so fucking intellectually dishonest.
Right, so
if a dude walks into your house and says he wants to say to you, go to the gun safe.
I don't need a safe. I just reach into this drawer right here in front of me, and that's the end of
Oh, they're real men. They're manly men. I got my pistol right here at my desk. Yeah, nobody's going to come through the door and satisfy me. No satisfying over here, and I'm not going to satisfy anybody else. I don't know the difference between satisfaction and not satisfaction. I believe that the most successful film franchise of all time, worth over $30 billion just on the films alone, is a lie. It's all a lie. It's fucking these guys, man. Thank you again to the person that shared this video with me. This was funny and sad and frustrating all at the same time. These guys are all scumbag liars. They're just all liars. It's all feelings over facts. I believe they weren't successful. I believe that, trust me, bro, I believe that this article said XYZ. I believe, like, present them with facts and they deny it. That's how you know it's not real. That's how you know it's not real.